She did Friday.
Yeah, but they will. They will. I was very much. But it's not said it's not easy though.
And I'm finally told her to do it.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm ready to go.
Miss Washburn.
Yeah.
Fans to see how it is. They can find it right. About my age.
You know, I mean,
That's where it varies.
Like you said, maybe we don't need it to the fullest extent.
More towards,
I mean, you know.
Right now, so I couldn't even put a law on my. Sure, all of that. Yeah, we got it for zoning. Moratorium.
Weird. About it, I was like, I bought some time, I think was my exact word.
Yeah.
Washburn came out, but, they ran on it.
Yeah, they'll do the thing. It's gonna blow up.
That's why, well, you only let them, but you gotta let everybody else after. You get more toward it.
Yeah. So, and I
They had to go up for everybody's approval, and then they had to come back down, by the time they came back down, then when they worked their way back in.
Wood, man, we gotta waste time on all that crap.
I kind of see a good side now.
That's me. That's my big thing.
It's really screwed up, we should really do it.
We did away with grandfather.
Then I'll call her, like, we can't use it there. But if they show us this is right, we're having anything prior to, which was their other argument.
Oh, yeah, sure. If they don't need it, then.
But it's gotta be for the same parcel.
All right, let's, it's 6 o'clock, so
Oh, yeah.
if you would, let's call this meeting to order. If you would, as usual, stand with me for a word of prayer and we'll begin our meeting. Eternal God, our Father, once again, and we thank you for life, health, and strength. We thank you for everything that you do for us. Our Father, we thank you for all that you will going to do in the future. Our Father, we ask that you bless each and every one in this meeting. Not only the ones in this meeting, bless each and every one through this entire world. And our Father will be so careful to give you the honor, praise, and the glory. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, let me say good evening to everyone. If I have a welcome to you. We'll begin our business meeting on December 6th, 2022. Our first order of business is to approve the minutes for November 1st, 2022, and the minutes for November 15th, 2022 public hearing meeting. Do I carry? I think most of you got it through your emails or in your packet. Your motion to approve.
Sure, I move that the minutes be approved as published.
Okay, let's go ahead with the minute.
Second.
Have a motion by Bruce and a second by Cynthia. That we approve the minutes for November 1st and November 15th. Bruce? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Minutes are approved. Old business, we don't have any old business listed at this point. So therefore, a little update on what happened last night. Everything that you approved on in November meetings and all was accepted by the BOC. So those approved last month was approved by BOC. At this point, we will entertain what our rezone request all for, our public hearing on December 20th. Tracy, you want to start? Let us know what you got.
All righty. The first one is Deborah Moss, and she is requesting to rezone her A1 18.29 acre property to A2 to bring the lawfully non-conforming parcel into compliance with current zoning regulations. The property is located at 745 Dove Drake Road in Royston on map 89, parcel 12 in District 4. Now, what this is about is Deborah Moss has a daughter, and she has a special needs child. And the scope of the plan is they are wanting to cut out a 3.99 acre tract for this daughter to have a home on, but it's going to require a two-step process. The first one, since the zone that she's currently in is non-conforming because it's A1 and it's less than 25 acres, we're going to move her into conformity. The next step down will be A2. And then the second process, after this is approved in next month's hearing, we would have her come back to do the 3.99 acre portion. So that's just the long goal of it, but for tonight's purposes, it's just bringing a lawfully non-conforming parcel into compliance.
So this is very simple, of just bringing non-conformance into conformance.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions for Tracy on this particular one?
Just a quick question. I noticed on the thing, there's a chunk out in the middle of the property. Is that 1.3, I guess, 1 acre?
It's a different parcel. It's got a different resident. It's a single family residence in that parcel.
Okay. Just want to make sure that was clarified.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Now, this particular map, I guess I'm looking at, that's the one that has A2, A1, A2. Does that mean we want to change it from A1 to A2, or is part of it A1 and part of it A2?
It's all A1.
Okay.
Yes.
The white box is A2, I believe is what that's referring to.
That one acre
Yes.
cutout is
And that's not their property.
Right.
Oh, that's somebody else's property?
Yes.
Mr. Fortson, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask why we have the blue over here?
Yes, I had noticed on our tax map, they're severely unupdated. So as I try to go, I try to fix things that are current, and I just ran color copies, so that's why they're colored on your map. But I try to
This is
fix
the
it.
Harrison community, and it's all.
Oh, yeah. A lot of plats have not been mapped in, by
It's my
the previous
neighborhood.
administration, and, I'm just trying to catch up.
So it has nothing to do with.
Nothing to do, no, ma'am, no,
I
ma'am.
thought we were connecting that to that.
Yes, no, ma'am, nothing to do at all.
Okay. Any other comments, questions?
When you go out there, I think they possibly already had a perk test done on one end of the property. So you're looking at the little, where the A2 is on the right-hand side of it, you'll see some flags for the different core test. I rode by today.
So you just sent us a video.
Duly noted.
Okay, anything else on this one? Not, let's move on to the next one. Mr. Gandy, Roy Gandy.
Yes, Roy Gandy is requesting to rezone a 3.99 acre portion of his A1 property to AR to sell. The property is located at 5408 Wildcat Ridge Road in Royston on map 76, parcel 44 in District 4. Now, this is already a conforming parcel, meaning it's like a 200 acre, no, 100 and something acre parcel that they won, so it is conforming. So that would allow the next step down, that would allow this one cut, the provision in the moratorium allows. But just as a scope, I don't know if you guys know Mr. Roy Gandy. He's 92 years old. Wouldn't ever think he was that age. He was a previous P&Z chair years ago, and so that's just a little history. But he is wanted to sell this young lady. She is a young widow mother of 3 children, and they are wanting to move out. Her husband died abruptly. He was very healthy, and she just can't stand living in that home. And he has offered, he's one to never sell his property. He's always buying property, but he has taken a liking to these children and her. They've been friends for years, and that's what he's doing it for. He wanted to give her 5 acres, but we had to tell him 3.99 is the only provision right now.
Okay, any questions on this one? This was just so, this is not non-conforming, so.
Is that gonna give them enough road frontage?
It will.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a kind of funny shaped property.
It is, that, the surveyor, that did that, I don't know if I got it in there. The site plan, let me see here.
So that's what I said, is he trying to cut off the back or the front?
Yeah, if you'll look
Oh,
on,
okay.
in your
Oh, right
packet
here.
to the site plan, they weren't happy with these lines, but he was really not giving them an option, which I wouldn't have used him, but they did. But yes, it is an odd-shaped parcel, and a lot of it has to do with a particular spot on the property that they really love. It has a little duck pond and, you know, cows and fences, things that her children really love. So that's the reason. But they will, they will have adequate road frontage.
Because looking at the way it's cut, like that little, looks like a boomerang.
Yes.
Like he said, are they gonna have, where is his road frontage coming in?
Oh, it's a long parcel.
Oh.
It's a long tract. It's 118.48 acres.
You'll see when you go out there,
Oh, okay.
you'll see the pond and everything. It's truly on just the edge of his property to adjoining property owner, and they're just taking a straight line going up through his pasture to encompass that pond.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, yeah, they're supposed to take it.
honestly, I usually don't go check these out on the front side, but I had to pass them to come, so.
Just history. I think Mr. Gandy was head of the Citizens Committee, and back in the early 90s, that led to the enactment of the first zoning ordinance, effective 1/1/94.
That's right.
And a good guy.
He is a good guy.
I was actually on that board with him.
Were you on that? Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
Again,
remember
he
that.
led that board when we first enacted this thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, there you go.
He's 90 or 91?
He's 91 right
He's
now.
91. Kevin's older
You
than
told
him,
me he
though,
was
right?
92.
He always, that's because he takes it when it's from the moment of conception.
Oh.
No, he's not related.
No.
But we're obviously we run across each other. In fact, he was the grand marshal for the Comer Christmas parade just on Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You would never think he was his
Who's
age.
older, he or Kevin?
Calvin.
Oh, was that him speaking?
No, I'm talking about the preacher Calvin. Everybody know
Preacher.
Calvin?
Calvin Ward.
Calvin Ward? Does everybody know Calvin Ward?
Yeah, I know Calvin.
But was that him speaking?
Yeah, he was a pastor here in Danielsville for a long time.
Oh.
Calvin Ward, he's 90,
Oh,
92, 93.
92, 93. He's just as good a shape as Gandy.
Wow.
He's up at Danielsville Baptist, you say, sir?
Yeah, first, Janesville United
He's
Methodist.
90.
Oh, yeah.
No.
How's
He's
it
a-
sound to
he's a-
you?
He's an exceptional person too.
Calvin's a good.
Yeah, he's a very, and he does the Rotary, he does a moment of Rotary every Rotary meeting, and it's just fantastic at his age,
Wow.
what he comes up with, and, you know, I mean, he just keeps everybody's attention, you know.
My goodness.
Preacher Calvin at the Rotary, that's the same one, there's no way he's 90.
Oh. His
Just wait till you see Roy Gandy.
No, I mean, the cat that they're talking about here, you think he was in his early 70s.
I would think Roy is too.
Yeah.
Galvin's a good man.
But
I can't try
anyway,
to place it, sorry, I can't try to place his name, I think I
yep, that's who it is, that's him. Well, back to business, and any other questions, Mr. Gandy, about his request? Okay.
All right. Next up is a request for Jimmy Simmons, and he is requesting to rezone his 2 adjacent tracts of land from A2 to AR to bring the lawfully non-conforming properties in compliance with the zoning regulations. The properties are located on, Black Creek Church Road on map 10, parcels 145 and 148 in District 1. So as it stands, they are non-conforming because in an A2 zone, you have to have 10 acres, and these are 6.28, and the other's 3.72. So AR will be the next step down. Now, I will say the end goal in this, the parcels, he has a son that he is wanting to give 5 acres. But due to the terrain of the land, it's just not simple. You take this tract and you take this tract. So they're going to actually combine them and then split it the way they need to split it. Yes, can't go the other way. So, and, you know, it's just gonna be moving of some property lines and then split it as to how that terrain lands. And they are kind of crazy shaped, parcels. And it's like, it's almost like there's one in between it, but they connect. And it's owned by all family. His sister owns all the surrounding. But anyway, that's the end goal, is to allow a second home, to allow a home actually for his son.
But all we're considering at this point is bringing it to conformity.
Absolutely, and that's all the board needs to do, and then
But
he
you'll have a
can do the rest.
condition that they be combined, right? Because you have a lot that doesn't have road access, which is not conforming.
So they have to combine to then
To be split.
to be split again
Yes.
in a
yes.
way that suits their purposes.
Yes.
But it's, like Mr. Knowles was saying, they have to be combined for this purpose.
For it.
But that would be the second step, or first step.
That'll just be a condition of your
Mhm.
recommendation to approve.
We approve the rezone on the condition that the combination make one plat record.
Right.
Mhm.
Try to use those legally.
Yeah, so they're wanting to combine it just to split it out again, but
So they
it's better.
so they split it out.
And no, it'll just be, well, the son and the dad.
So that track,
Oh, yes, yes.
that track right in the middle that they surround, does that belong to him or his sister?
Sister.
Your sister.
Mhm.
Like this.
The application mentions, bringing 2 parcels into compliance.
Yes,
And it talks about restricted easement on parcel 145 or parcel 148.
correct.
It's really gonna be irrelevant if we make that
Right.
condition that it has to be.
Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
And what it'll do by making it irrelevant will also, when they go to split it, whatever's there then, they don't have to worry about the history of it when they go to deed it. It'll be exactly what they need to have both accesses to the property to meet all of our ordinances.
Yes, sir. Good.
Yeah, no, I had to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
That's where I think the brakes make you smart.
Break.
Your little break.
No. That's, black bear meat loaf. Don't fall asleep on
Any further questions on this one? I'm sure these people will be here at the public hearing, so they will be able to answer any additional questions that you may have. Number 4.
Okay, this is Juan Zacharias, husband of Norma Torres, which is the property owner, is requesting to rezone her A2 5.11 acre property to AR to bring the lawfully non-conforming property into compliance with current zoning regulations. Property is located on 6791 Highway 29 South, Hull, on map 30, parcel 143-03 in District 3. And again, this is a non-conforming parcel. You know, the minimum is 10 acres in the A2, so we're just bringing it into compliance. So that would be the next step down is AR. I will say the end goal for this is they are wanting to add a second home for their child as an accessory dwelling unit, not looking to split it, but you can only have an accessory dwelling unit in an AR if you have at least 4 acres. But they were, and the reason they couldn't in an A2 is you have to have at least 10 acres, and they don't. So that's essentially the end goal.
Why don't they want to split it?
And I asked them that. I said, wouldn't there be a mortgage or something? And they said, no, that it would not be split. They just want it to be his home. I did ask them that question.
If we're used to hearing, you know, construction loan, we need a split.
Mhm,
To get the construction loan,
Yeah.
this was not on it.
I was like,
So the additional dwelling would be owned by these people? I can't call
the
it names.
son.
Yeah.
It'll be the son.
Well,
No,
you may
they
pay
don't
for it,
buy
but.
You may pay for it.
Yeah,
It
it's
will
on their
actually be
property.
theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on their property that the son will be living
Son will be living in it, but it'll be the father's name on it.
in. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So that might be financially the reason they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's,
That's a
I
damn
wouldn't
good credit and a good heart.
Well, the son may not be able to.
thank God, but
And for
still.
accessory dwelling, it will have its own septic system.
It'll have its own septic system, it can't be larger than the primary dwelling,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has to provide its own road access.
It can have a shared drive then.
For, so long as it's family,
Mm-hmm.
yes, through the new driveway ordinance,
So this is, they can have,
because it's family.
they have.
If it was somebody else, they would have to have 2 separate drives.
All they need is the easement.
Yeah. But we won't run into this because it's family and it's allowed under the county's ordinance and not ours. The driveway.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You go.
Anything additional on this one? Number 5.
Okay, last one is James Faulkner, son-in-law of Patricia Patton Carey, who is the property owner, is requesting to rezone a 3.99 acre portion of her A1 property to AR to cut off the acreage to give to her daughter and son-in-law for a home site. Property is located at 4847 Highway 172 in Comer, on map 82, parcel 50, in District 2. So this is a conforming parcel. It's A1, it's over the 25 acres. And so this would allow for the new 3.99 acre AR rule to allow a split here. They wanted to have 5 acres, and when they first started asking about it, they were told they could have a 5 acre because that was the way it was then. But, so they were a little upset, but I told them that this was the only way we could pass it right now. So they agreed with the 3.99, and probably later on they'll go back and add to it to get their full inheritance, is what they're calling it. So, they're gonna gift that to the daughter and son-in-law, and,
If I can shed a little light on it while y'all are looking at it, is that all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. There is an easement going down the side of the property. If you're looking at it, it'd be the bottom side of the page. That is
Very,
already
very
there.
last page of your.
Very last page. She does not want to put another easement on the property, even though there's a right-of-way access just above it. So this kind of messes up the road frontage. We've had several conversations with her. I just want y'all to know when you're considering this to get to the back side of the property, you can come down either side of the front to get access to it on documents, either by driveway or by an easement.
Where to consider access?
Right here, that's property. Is it on that one? There's a 60 feet between these.
Gotcha, okay, I thought maybe that's what that was, and that goes back down to 172.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome, don't jump up yet. Y'all can't see it, I'll just show it to y'all real fast. This, there's a 60-foot easement between these properties to get access.
Yeah.
Right down there. Right here? Right between those two lines, I can zoom in on.
But that drive is not part of that parcel, it is considered.
Why did they, it's so hard to cut out 3.9?
Easement on driveway.
They just make it
Easement
easement.
or driveway between these two.
Because before you could divide with 399, you can't.
Yeah. In that zone, it's a 2 acre minimum, and so if they had 4 acres, they could make enough split.
called on there,
So that's why they cut it off at 3.99.
That long strip that you
They
need to
put
drive, the drive.
Split.
To access
They don't
that
want
drive,
any split,
this
hardly.
parcel. That's part of this parcel.
Yeah.
You gotta go out there and
That's how you access it.
I know.
But it's a joint easement to get back.
Surveyor's nightmare, I'm
I
sure.
know, I would be
It is old, I believe,
trying to find 3.9.
she got one in that had the date written in on it and.
So they don't want an easement across
The
the
property.
property, they're gonna access it through that.
No, that's how they're gonna access the back. You won't have to worry about them using the lower one, the rest of the property. For a shared drive, just like we talked about, they don't have to worry about having a shared drive.
Mm-hmm.
With the new ordinance, there's access from another point. The first one, we were worried about stacking the driveway, getting to it. This one shows too. I just wanted to make sure that y'all saw that.
But if she wants to grant that additional easement
Yeah.
to all her property, she can.
Those were what it was shown. When we first brought it in, this was the line.
Oh, it kept going all the way up?
Yeah.
I gotcha, yeah.
To the back.
Okay. Yeah, we do. We don't want it.
Yeah.
We don't want to create more shared
Yeah,
drives.
we don't, the county doesn't want to create more shared drives. With doing this, we wouldn't have to worry about creating a shared drive. It's a positive. I just wanted y'all to know it wouldn't be a shared drive.
And I will say that the reason there's multiple authorization by property owners is this is kind of like a family land. And so I told her she needed to sign it, but, they wanted to go ahead and put everybody that's in there as, give
Yeah,
permission.
looks like it's owned by a family partnership.
Yeah. And that's the reason why there's so many lines showing this one as the easement to get back in.
Mhm.
Look at that private drive, it's kind of long, it goes
Yeah,
across all those.
it allows everybody, that was like the old farm road going back to the original homestead.
Yeah.
And so everybody that got their portion can access their property for the full length of that road. So by deeding out any of it or splitting it off at the front, it doesn't create a new shared drive. I didn't want y'all to worry about breaking that new county one. So we made sure to show how you can do it without, on this one as we step forward and do it as a tutorial.
Any additional comments, questions?
Right. Yeah.
First, we'll move on to our next order of business, which is to consider approving the 2023 proposed meeting dates for planning and zoning. And it looks like It's the first and third Tuesdays of each month.
With the exception of one.
July.
July.
We were lucky, we hit it just right almost this month, this year.
Okay, so for July. July the 11th. It would have fallen on the 4th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we just moved it to.
Why not?
We can have sparklers.
Yeah.
Bring some watermelon.
Why not?
Have a picnic.
Well, can they make that automatically,
Oh, it is? Yeah, we hold them the first and the third.
one of our meetings,
Oh, it seems to be any that's changed.
is on a holiday or something that automatically goes to
The next Tuesday.
Well,
that's already in place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
this is kind of the way we do things, we just have to approve it every year. So, can I get a motion to adopt this as the new schedule for 2023?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Kenneth. Second. Bang.
Leave it.
Leave it. Second by Lee. I wonder, but y'all probably don't have those.
No, I didn't.
We had
Yes, we don't have those.
You don't have yet.
Yes.
I have at least one. Keep on living. Keep on living. You don't have them. Okay, we have a motion and a second, to approve the scheduled meeting dates for 2023. Cynthia?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this has been approved, so, by the way, we're one short. We did talk to, Commissioner District 3. He's actively looking for somebody. He had a tough time last time finding somebody. So if you know anybody in District 3 that's a citizen that really, you think would be willing to serve, please, point his name out to him and who'll actually do the, appointing.
If y'all know somebody outside of your district or outside of District 3 also, at the end of 6 months, y'all could recommend it to Frank for them. We have to wait 6 months to see if one comes from District 3. And then if y'all find somebody, in another district, then it could be considered in. Just to let y'all know if there's somebody else, that might be a way to help.
Hopefully, he can find somebody in District 3, because we would like to have a.
Yeah, have it there.
Where we have somebody out of every district at least.
Yes.
Talk to Brian, Smith's term ends. He is going to reappoint him, but the commissioners have not officially done that thing yet, but they are going to do it. So, that's just a formality. He's been out sick for one reason that it hasn't been done, and I understand he's doing quite well, so, he should be back maybe the first of the year, as his duties as a commissioner in District 4. And the last thing on the agenda is every year we have to elect, appoint, or whatever you want to call it, a new chairperson. And actually, a new vice chair, or a vice chair. So at this point, we will,
Yeah, it just says a chair plus whatever officers that you deem necessary for efficient operations. So I think that's usually
I wasn't aware of that type of shit.
So Tracy, you can't get out of it, you just gonna be sick. You just gotta do it.
I'll make that correction.
So, since my term is actually ends at the end of December, so I guess I can handle it. And then the new person, whomever that is, will take that office in, January. So, I'll open up for, a motion to appoint, reappoint, or whatever you would like to do.
I'd like to make a motion to give Mr. Lee Mitchell a run as the chair. I have enjoyed, he usually comes to these meetings and, beats me to the punch, prepared, and, so I'd like to nominate Mr. Lee Mitchell for the upcoming year.
Is that a motion or a,
A motion.
is that a motion or, that is a motion?
Well, that would be necessary, I do believe, is that correct?
Normally, the way you do it is you have nominations, and then you vote on them, and the nominations don't require a second. And then you vote, and once nominations are closed, you vote in the order that the nominations.
We can do that way, because since that's normal. So,
So you have one nomination.
first of all, yes,
Yeah, I take it that a nomination could be for the former
yes,
chairman.
yes.
Okay. Then I'd like to make that nomination, that you remain there, although Lee is really smart and all those qualities certainly, but, there's two nominations.
We have two nominations, are there any others? Do I get a motion to close the nomination? That is done by motion.
No, actually, so now you, so you close, so nominations are closed, so now you take a vote on the first nomination. If that gets a majority, I'm sorry, were you doing
Correct.
something else?
Correct, yeah, correct. You have to straighten me out on this thing. You have to close the nomination at some point, because there must be another nomination.
Yeah,
There may be another nomination, so don't you close it by motion?
Yeah, that's, you do that as the presiding officer once you hear no more nominations.
Okay. Is there any other nomination? Well, at this point, I determine that the nominations have been closed on said two names. Since my name was last, I think it comes first.
I thought it was in the order the nominations were made.
I thought it was the other way around.
But you can do it however you
I
want to.
think we can make it
I mean, you
our
can
own.
do it however you want to, but I just do it in the Robert's rules default, as I recall them.
Okay, I default to you as to know how the Robert Rules of Order work. But I always thought it went in the opposite. But, you know, I could be wrong with that, so we'll default to our,
Then you go to the next one. That's right.
Then you wait for the second name, so you do one and a vote, and then the second.
Yeah, you vote on the first nomination. If it doesn't get a majority, then you vote on the second one.
Okay, got it.
okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna yield to you. You're the expert. So, Mr. Smith,
Everything I need to know, I learned as a freshman in FFA.
Mr. Mitchell was nominated first, so therefore, how many votes do we have for Mr. Mitchell?
How did the nominees vote, or do the nominees, are they?
Yeah, nominees vote, yeah.
Nominees
It
vote?
just, we can
We vote.
start on either side, it don't matter.
We all vote.
You do a show of hands if you want.
Show of
to.
hands.
For,
For you.
For you.
Okay.
I see two. Nomination,
No majority.
Yeah,
yeah,
no majority, so now you go to the second.
no majority, so we'll go to the second one. The second one is Canola Scott. Show of hands. That is three.
For yourself. You
Don't have to vote.
You don't have to vote.
I don't have to vote.
I was gonna count four.
I don't have to vote.
Yeah, I hear you.
So since I don't have to vote, I won't vote. So,
That means no majority for you either.
Do I know who voted what,
Well-
or just that it was voted?
you got the most votes, 3-2.
No,
But you're
gotta
a
have
voting member of this board.
We gotta have a
I will vote.
Majority.
Four votes, okay.
And we're missing a fifth person, so we don't have that vote. Well, thank you so much for your confidence in me, and, we've been here for a while, so I think that concludes our business for the evening.
So, fine.
Vice Chair.
Vice Chair.
Vice Chair. Okay, well, nomination for Vice Chair. Willie Mitchell. Okay, we have a, do we have another? Yes,
Previous one.
yes,
I nominate Kenneth.
Kenneth Bradley. Any others? So we have two nominees. Lee Mitchell was first, so therefore we will vote, Lee Mitchell. All in favor of Lee Mitchell, please raise your hand. We have three.
Uh-oh. That's gonna be,
Okay,
it's gonna be 3-3.
Kenneth Bradley. Not necessarily.
Oh.
I know it's fair.
We do have a 3-3. Now, Mr. Mr. Robert Roosevelt.
You reopen nominations.
God, this
Okay.
is gonna be fun.
Okay, we'll reopen the nominations. Do I get another nomination? Additional nomination?
No, it'd be first, everybody has to have.
Yeah, I mean, it could be any of the six of you. so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, since those were already nominated, we can go back. They're
They
nominated.
both have to be either nominated, or only one of them gets nominated, or everybody says, you know what, we'll choose somebody else.
Yeah, we're starting all over. You can
Okay.
nominate them as
Start all
well
over.
as
Okay, well, I
you.
nominate Kenneth.
Okay, do I get another nomination? Another nomination?
The nomination within 5.
Okay, do I get another nomination? At this point, we only have one. As chair, I close the nomination process, and now we will vote on Kenneth Bradley. Please raise your hand. Unanimous. So,
General Robert knew what he was doing.
I'm glad we have an expert. Glad we have an expert. At this point,
Working off the 11.
at this point, this does conclude our business.
And I did want to add, as a reminder, that our next meeting, we will be revisiting and discussing the division of property and the road bond duration release. And then we'll be voting on it on our January 3rd meeting, so just food for thought, but it'll be in your packet for
Right.
the 20th.
Okay. That was wasn't there two things postponed at the last meeting?
Till January 9th.
Yeah, one was that, what was the other one?
Which one
The
you
road
said?
bond and the property that
Yeah,
division.
property split
Yeah.
issue and.
But the board votes on that, on the, let's see,
Property
our
bond.
board votes on it on the 3rd.
Go back to the meeting.
Next year. Yeah, our board votes on it on the 3rd,
For
and
the,
then VOC is the 9th.
Okay. Thank you for the information. The motion adjourned.
I'll let it motion be adjourned.
I'll try to.
You've done it.
I second. We are adjourned. Have a good evening. If you haven't voted, you got 15 minutes.
Wow. Yeah. I went early this morning.
I got your job.
Division of labor.
Y'all are very kind. Thank you.
I didn't know confident,
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
I can come here or we can do that.
Mr. President?
You're very welcome.
What do you do?
Nominate, we get a shred.
I know, right?
Well, since you got so much, I ain't gonna take it home. I got to shred, shred all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ride over there, I'll help him load the stuff in the back of the car, and, ease back, and then help her, come pick up.
All right.
Drop it off.
I said home is foggy
You
weather.
can go home, so.
Yeah, let's do that. We're supposed to have rain all week.
Change it.
Well, we need it. We need it. We don't need no more now. We need it.
I think after tonight, you want to let them change up, just small changes.
I don't know if we, I don't know if I can get
Well,
my,
we have
have any substantively prepared about tomorrow too.
I will not be here tomorrow. I got a baby doctor appointment, and then I got to speak at the Athens area. Y'all see, sir?
See ya.
You guys have a good evening.
See you, Scott. Athens area home bill.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Right, yeah, I think tomorrow's
It's
just,
close, 14 minutes.
Thursday, I have Nikki pictures.
Aye.
Let's, can we do it in a week? We'll do it on 13th.
Yeah, as long as I'm out of here by, time I get to Nichols about 6 o'clock.
Don't take me under that kind of pressure.
You're looking at the esteemed general counsel of the Nichols Water Authority.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
All right, send me an invitation, tell me what time to be here.
Okay. Eat breakfast. No, actually, we'll just wait for everybody to clear out. Gina Bell's gonna make these biscuits. Then come over here, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I don't know if that's positive for all of us.
Well, it's too late for me.
I got you. Let's just say 9, does that pitch you too big of a rush in the morning?
Not at all, that's fine.
That's perfect. Yeah. Because then that'll get me, and I swear to God, if I forget to do it, I did it on purpose. That'll let me get all my field guys out and going.
Okay.
By 9, since now I have a staff and a half in code enforcement and one staff as a field and building inspection. I'm just coming up in this world.
You are, did you find good people?
Yeah, see, is this thing done recording?